Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Even when you had a conversation about perception, I was telling my youngins earlier this week, I'm like, yo, when you talk about, they was talking about people, right? And I was like, what? Well, you got to define what you think is popping to me.
Right.
Because popping to me is what you do. And I tell you why. Because I see the numbers.
Yeah.
I see the money being made. If it's not translating into dollars, what is popping? Is popping just your followers on social media?
Right.
Because you get posted on Shade Room and, Hollywood Unlocked? Like, what is popping?
So is that your metric? So metric is the money?
Absolutely.
I feel you. I'm not mad at that.
It's a bit, the metric is the business working. Is your business working?
Is your business?
Is your business
that's
working?
That's fair. I agree.
That's what I look at. Because that other stuff ain't business. That's just
I agree.
Frivolous bullshit.
Theatrics.
Yeah.
I agree. Is your business? Are you selling tickets?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I said. I said, can you sell our shows? Are you selling merch? Are your album selling? If the business is booming, that's popping to me.
But see, I can't even believe album sales anymore. That's why I said I restored hurdling, the reward worshiping, the points are fabricated, they be scoreboard purchasing. It's like, I feel like I restored the feeling of like, yo, we're not worshiping the rewards. Fuck the rewards. You feel me? Play for the love of the game. And why you can't even play for the points is because they bought the scoreboard. They're fabricating it anyway. I don't believe these streams anyway because the shit doesn't add up. Y'all be streaming out of this world and can't do a show that makes it make sense. Like, so many artists do so many more streams than me, right? And I'll be like, damn, how are they doing these many streams? Like, damn, da-da-da-da. But then I go to Portugal and it's 13,000 people for my first time. I go to, I do Staples Center by myself. And I'm like, all right, well, if my streams equate to this ticket sale, then y'all's who is doing 10 times my streams. I'm not saying that maybe you should do the Rose Bowl, but you should at least be able to do what I'm doing.
All right.
At least. Otherwise, where are these streams coming from? And then obviously, like, when you start to really peel back the layers and you learn about, first name, last name of dudes who are running, streaming farms for labels, and you're like, all right, so it is fake. It is fake, and it's not going to look fake to anyone. And not that, I don't expect fans to give a fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like, at all. Fans are just here to, like, consume the music, but I will say, I think when it's all said and done, that's why I said on Golden, I'm on the right side of history. Like, fuck it. I know my impact. I'm doing this shit for impact.
So you can hire companies to fake your streams?
Hell yeah. What?
Yeah, I've heard people say that. I'm not I'm not in the music business. Though.
Hell yeah. And all these labels care about is market share.
Mm-hmm.
And market share, they don't look into where the streams came from. You know what I mean? Like, and it's just wild, bro. It's wild. It's the wild, wild west. And I get it. But I think the only thing that bothers me why I bring up shit like that is that approval, that searching for approval that I need to stop doing. That the past 2 weeks, it dawned on me like, man, I think my whole life I've been doing that. And like, I fucking diagnosed myself on some therapy shit. I was like, man, I think it stems from being the new kid, moving around when I was a kid all the time. And what's the mindset when you're the new kid at school? It's go and make friends. What does go and make friends look like? Trying to audition, damn near.
Yeah.
And so I was doing that because we moved around so much. So
I heard you say on the album you was born in North Carolina.
I lived in North Carolina for 12 years.
I did not know that. I heard that on the album. I was like, damn, I ain't know Russ from
Ninth Wonder didn't know that. Like, me and Ninth Wonder had a whole convo because, he's from North Carolina and shit. And I was like, yeah, I lived in Winston-Salem for 12 years.
I didn't know that. I'm from South Carolina. So that's why whenever I hear Carolina in records, it perks my ears up. I'm like, damn.
It's like, yeah. I did that life. I lived in Kentucky for a year. I moved back to North Carolina for a couple of years. Then I moved to Georgia when I was in 8th grade going into high school. So it's like, I never was one of those kids who even I've known you since kindergarten. I was always thrown into this, sort of like, all right, just make friends real quick. And I feel like maybe even in the industry, that's why it's like, I don't get attached to any sort of relationships I have in the industry because I know how, I don't know. I just, like I said, it's from my childhood. I feel like if you move around a lot as a kid, you either hold on to relationships too much and try to cling on, or you understand that shit changes and can happen whenever, and you don't really give a fuck.
Ooh, interesting. I do a lot of therapy, Russ. And it sounds.
I've been going to therapy too.
Word?
Yeah.
When did you start going? During the pandemic?
Like 8 months ago.
Yeah.
I love it, man. I love it. But that approval thing, that shit, I think stems from my childhood of trying to get approval from the new kids at school, and then it translated into the industry where it's like, yo, if I do this, will y'all fuck with me now? Y'all fuck with me now? And it's like, I fuck with me. Fuck y'all.
Mm-hmm. I like that approach, but I think that maybe also you might not allow yourself to get close to people because you're not going to be around anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's true.
You've been moving around so much. It's like, I don't want to.
I don't even need to go to therapy this week.
No, I'm just saying, like, you may not allow yourself.
I agree.
To get close to people. So therefore, you might just fix your mind to say, fuck you. Because if you.
Wow, I think
anything else would bring you closer to that person.
And that's that avoidment attachment shit.
Yep.
Yeah, that's real as fuck. Yeah, that's probably what it is. That's honestly, yeah.
But the truth of the matter is, you really do want friends.
I do.
Yeah.
Well, Jesus Christ.
You do.
No, it's like I want people to fuck with me, right? And I spent a lot of my time in this music business and in this career doing shit that I thought people would be like, okay, we fuck with you now. And it just left me confused, miserable, and just not satisfied, And I was like, you know what? That's why I'm doing Chomp 2. I will make it a 14-song thing. I will put it out on a Wednesday. Because I'm going to do what I want without y'all in mind, And I got to move like